and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a video on 10 things I wish I personally knew before having a baby. I'm just going to share 10 things with you before you have one of these little munchkins here that I think I would have appreciated somebody telling me. These aren't all doom and gloom, and yeah, so I'm going to jump right into those. I have written them down, so if you see me on my phone, that is why. So number one is breastfeeding gets easier. I have 2 children now. One of them is Albie and he is almost 2 months old. The other is Jake and he is 2 years old. With Jake, I didn't do it. I gave up in the first week because it was so difficult and I just felt I couldn't do it, so I gave up. With Albie, I persevered, I knew the benefits, and I really wanted to give it a good go this time, and it got easier, so much easier. And now I don't even have bottles in the house, I don't have formula in the house. I'm just really pleased that it's worked for me. But also, probably number 2 would be, don't get upset if you can't breastfeed. It is great for your baby, there are great benefits, but also happy mum means happy baby. And of course, if there are, you know, contributing factors that mean that you can't personally breastfeed, don't beat yourself up about it. You're not a bad mum, you're a great mum, you just haven't been able to do it as naturally as some other people might have done. I have had 2 babies. The first time round I felt terrible. I even tried to breastfeed at, I think it was almost 2 months old, and I tried to stimulate my milk and it just didn't happen. So don't stress yourself out about it. It's fine. Just feed your baby, and as long as they're happy and you're happy, that's all that matters. Number 3 would be, it's okay not to be okay. Those first few weeks of being a new parent are very daunting, and you know, you're not born to be a parent. You don't know, there's no books, there's no manual. There are books, but they just tell you the ideals, the perfect solutions. I mean, you know, you can't write this stuff. So it's okay not to be okay. I suffered with postnatal depression with this little monster here. It was all very new to me, and I really struggled, and I struggled alone and in silence and never told anybody. Don't do that either. You know, accept the fact that it's hard being a parent, and we all should support each other for the fact that it's really hard, hey? Yes, babe? So it's okay to have a little cry. It's okay to feel a little bit overwhelmed. You're not a bad mum for any of those reasons. You're doing a great job, and just remember that. Trying to do a serious topic here, Jake. Number 4 is, it takes a while to go to the toilet again properly. You're going to feel like your insides are going to fall out, and you are going to feel like you're having another baby. You are not having, like, you know, a few day apart twins or anything like that. It's just what happens. It's natural, it's normal, and it's okay. Number 5. It's okay if your baby doesn't sleep through the night at 2 weeks old. It's not going to happen. And if you're breastfeeding, sometimes it won't happen for a while, and that's okay. Every baby's different. Some sleep through, some don't. So moving on to number 6. It doesn't mean your baby's not a good baby if they don't sleep through. If they don't sleep through, it's just your baby's not a sleeper. It's simple as that. Jake slept through all night. This one's up 5 or 6 times. I get no sleep. So all babies are different, and it's nothing to do with you. It's not because you're a bad mum and you can't set a routine. It's not because you're no good at sleep training. It's just because your baby doesn't want to sleep through the night. He's a bit of a night owl. Maybe when he's older, he's going to be like a party animal. You just don't know. So it's okay, it's fine. You know, not every baby's the same, and not every baby can follow these sleep training regimes, and that's okay. That's just fine. And I think this is number 7, isn't it? I have no idea, but I'll put a number here somewhere. Okay to be worried. It is okay to be worried. You are a new parent, you've never done this before, and even when you're not a new parent, it still doesn't get any better. You worry constantly, and that just shows that you're a great mum, and that's because you care about your baby and you care about their welfare. So it's not a bad thing, it's actually a really good thing. So I definitely think I wish I'd have known that it's okay to worry, because I felt like I was wasting doctors' time, wasting NHS's time, but I'm not. It's okay, that's what they're there for. Your baby could have something wrong, they can't tell you, so it's okay to worry. And some people might try to put you down for worrying too much, saying you're overprotective, you're spoiling them, blah blah blah, but it's not at all. It's a normal, natural trait. Those people that say that it's not, they've just forgotten. I think this is number 8, and number 8 is you will get sleep eventually. It doesn't last forever. It's not one of these things that my 16-year-old child is going to co-sleep with me. It's not going to happen. So if you are co-sleeping, or even if your baby just wakes frequently throughout the night, it's going to get better. They're going to sleep. Jake's 2 years old. He co-slept till he was, I think, 6 months or something like that, then went straight in his own room, in his own cot, and it's been the same ever since. Slept through every single night. So not a problem. This one, he is sleeping with me still, and I'm okay with that. So is my husband, so whatever works for you, it's fine. You will get sleep again. People saying you're making a rod for your own back by bringing them in bed with you. Actually, you're not. You're helping yourself. You are getting more sleep, and then therefore, I'm getting distracted now by the little munchkin in the background, but you are getting more sleep by bringing them into bed with you, which means you're a better mum the next day because you're more, you know, you've had a good night's sleep. It makes such a difference. So definitely, you know, don't worry about that. You're gonna get sleep eventually. It's not a forever thing. I think this is number 9. Number 9 is enjoy the cuddles and forget the cleaning. I wish someone had told me this with my first baby because it really stressed me out. There was so many visitors, so many people coming around all the time, and I really wanted my house to be tidy, everything to, like, me to seem like I'd got everything together and everything was great, and I was this fantastic mum that had everything together. I wasn't. I lost my crap about 1,000,001 times because I was stressing about keeping the place tidy and making sure I was well dressed, I had makeup on, my hair was done, etc, etc. I don't do that anymore. As you'll probably see from most of my videos, I hardly wear makeup and I don't really do my hair very often. So don't worry about things like that. Enjoy the cuddles. They don't last long. They'll soon be grown and not want you anymore, and you'll really miss it. So definitely take the time to sit, cuddle them, smooch them, give them absolute massive squeezes. You're not spoiling them, they're a baby. So number 10, listen to people's advice, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to follow it. I had so much advice, especially because of my age. I was 21 when I had Jake. So I think that was kind of like, people felt that is a reason to give me loads of advice that I didn't actually really need, and was quite patronising. They felt like they needed to sort of tutor me on how to be a parent because I was so young, and I wasn't allowed to sort of go, oh, I had a rough night's sleep last night, without somebody going, oh well, you should have started putting them in the cot in the first place, you should have done this, you should have done that. And it's like, well, I was kind of just after it. It's okay, you're doing a great job, you're doing really well, it's fine, it happens to everybody, it happens to the best of us. But that is not at all what I received. I received a lot of patronising comments and kind of like awkward situations where I didn't know what to say, because I kind of just wanted a bit of a pat on the back, like, no, you're doing good, you know, you brought a life into this world and you're now bringing that life up, like, well done you. But it was kind of a, oh my gosh, you could be doing such a better job, and that's not the case at all. Take their advice, listen to it, and then put it in the back of your mind, in a little piggy bank, and just leave it there, because you don't need it. If you need it, great, and if it's good advice, that's absolutely brilliant. But if it's not and you think it's patronising, don't say anything to them, because that just causes for confrontation and arguments, and that's not great. So if you just kind of sit there and go, oh really, yeah, oh I might try that, oh yeah, that sounds good, then that's fine. Or even if you're like, oh well, I don't think that'll work for us, or I don't think I can do that, or that's how my baby reacts, kind of thing. Defend yourself if you have to, but also just remember that they think they're helping even though they're not, and that's okay too. They just want to give you advice, and maybe that was the advice that they wish they'd had. So just see it from that perspective too, and it might help you deal with that situation a bit better. But yeah, and if I could offer just one extra kind of tip and, you know, sort of helpful hint if you're expecting a baby or this is your first baby, you are not alone. There are so many women all over the world all the time having children, and it is really hard. It is the hardest job in the world, and that is okay. It doesn't mean that it's the most fantastic job too. It just means that, you know what, it's difficult. It's difficult some nights when you've had no sleep and you've got to get up the next day and, you know, you've got to take care of this little life and make sure they're all okay. It's going to worry you, it's going to stress you out, and you're going to feel a bit frazzled some days, but that's okay. Don't get into a rut, don't feel alone, and don't ever feel like you're the only one going through it, because you are not. You are absolutely not. We have all been there, we've all done it. And I think the best thing to do is, if you feel alone or you feel like you're not handling it or you're not doing a good job, talk to somebody, but talk to somebody that you know knows you well enough that they're not going to turn around and go, oh, you're being silly. Talk to somebody, your husband, your significant other, or a best friend, your sister, your brother, your mother, your dad, anybody that you know is going to actually come to you and be honest and say to you, we've been there, we've done that, we feel the same, we have all had these struggles. Anybody that's going to give you that kind of advice, go to them, don't feel alone, and enjoy being a parent, because it is the most amazing thing ever. And I think people are very quick to tell you the hardships, the struggles, and what you should be doing, instead of telling you how well you're doing and what an amazing thing this is that you're doing and how beautiful your children are. And they are 3 things I would absolutely live by, and I would tell any brand new mum, and that is, you are fantastic, you're a wonderful human being, and you're doing a great job. So don't forget any of those things, and I hope if you're having a baby soon, or you've just had a baby and you're watching this video, I hope this helps, and I hope you know that you're an absolutely fantastic mum, and I hope you have a lovely day, and I will hopefully, oh my gosh, I'm doing it again with the hopefullys. So I hope you're having a lovely day, and I will see you again in my next video. Thanks, bye.